Tonight, the non-war in Iraq started to look like the makings of a soon-to-be new war in Iraq. Several rockets hit near an American oil field in Iran last week. It was followed by a volley from the United States against Iranian assets. Iraq, which is caught in the middle of all this, says it wants the United States troops out. RT correspondent John Huddy picks up this story.
While the fight against the coronavirus worldwide continues, another fight also continues to brew in the Middle East between the United States and Iran, with Iraq remaining the most likely battlefield. Last week, 5 rockets were fired at an American oil company working near Basra. U.S. workers had already left the area. It's unclear who was behind the attack. But on April 1st, President Trump warned that his administration received intelligence that Iran, or one of its proxies, was planning a strike on U.S. forces in Iraq, tweeting that if U.S. troops are attacked, quote, Iran will pay a very heavy price indeed. Now, the U.S. has offered $10 million for information on Hezbollah commander Sheikh Mohammed al-Qathrani, who was a close associate, friend, and battlefield colleague of Iranian General Qasem Soleimani. The U.S. designated Qathrani a global terrorist in 2013. The State Department says it's offering money for info on his activities, his networks, his associates, all part of an effort to disrupt the, quote, financial mechanisms of Hezbollah. And while the coronavirus pandemic may have tempered any immediate attacks on U.S. forces, the U.S. isn't taking any chances and has moved Patriot missile batteries into Iraq, including at Al-Assad Air Base outside of Baghdad, where Iran launched a ballistic missile attack on U.S. troops back in January. Former Pentagon official Michael Maloof said the move is aimed at protecting U.S. forces and assets there.
The United States appears to be consolidating its forces there to certain bases with the idea that it ultimately will move out within the next, what we're hearing now, possibly 2 years.
Whether or not Iraq's new prime minister designate Mustafa al-Kadhimi, the country's former intelligence head, can bridge the ongoing hostilities in the region remains unclear. He is Iraq's 3rd prime minister designate in 10 weeks. But he also appears, at least for now, to have support from both Tehran and Washington, D.C.
Then the question will be whether he will be able to form a cabinet. And that cabinet is going to be either the make or break of the new prime minister designate, who is the 3rd person now who has been asked to form a government, and the first 2 failed.
Al-Kadhimi has reportedly agreed not to interfere in the affairs of the country's various militias, and that could include Iran's proxy Hezbollah in the region. But if his country continues to be a battlefront between the U.S. and Iran, he may not have a choice. For the News with Rick Sanchez, John Huddy.